All right, so the next thing what we're going to do here, we are going to install IntelliJ IDE or IDEA, which is a tool that we're going to use to to start learning Java and or Kotlin. Okay, so I'm going to go on internet here, open up my Chrome or any browser of your liking, and I'm going to say download IntelliJ like that. And then we have here from www.jetbrains. I'm going to click this first one. Okay, and what I need here is there's two flavors. There is the ultimate, which is you can have a free trial, and then I think you have to pay later. And we have the community version. So what we want is the community version. So download. And you can see here it's downloading. It may take a few seconds depending on your internet speed. Just give it a few minutes. All right, so we have downloaded our package here. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go and find where when I head into my downloads, I have here the file that we just downloaded. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to double click. So the file is being read, and next thing I'm going to do once this happens here, I'm going to go ahead and say extract, and I'm going to extract it inside of my documents. So it's easy for me to find it. So, okay, at the bottom I'm going to go say and extract, and it's going to be extracting all the files to our documents folder. It should say here extraction completed successfully. And then I'm going to go ahead and say show file just for me to look at the files. I'm going to close all of these, and close these as well. So now you can see it's under our documents, and there is our folder there. So if you click, and you can see all of these folders. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here, we're actually going to be accessing this bin folder here, but we're going to do that using the command line. Okay, so at least now we know where things are. Okay, let me open my command line again here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear, so we can have a clear terminal here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to my documents and to this folder here and to the bin inside of it. So I'm going to say cd to documents ls. There to go. We have our IDEA, our folder, which is this one here. Okay, so I'm going to navigate inside of it. I'm going to cd IDEA, and I'm going to go tab to complete. I'm going to say ls, and you notice we have all of these folders now that are inside, folders and files. Okay, so I'm going to go, we need to go to this bin folder here, which is this one here. So I'm going to say again cd bin like that, enter. You see ls, you should see all of these things inside. So now we need to run this file here that says idea.sh. Since we are inside of this folder already, we can say dot / and we're gonna say idea.sh like that. So this will go ahead and run this batch there. I'm gonna say enter. Now this will pop up. Okay, now we're installing our IDEA, our IntelliJ. Since it's the first time, we're just gonna make sure that we install everything from the ground up. So we say do not import settings because we don't have any. Say okay. And there we go. This agreement will pop up. Okay, I'm gonna say accept. And what do you know? And we have our IntelliJ installed. Now we're setting things up. Now the next thing we'll see here is the UI theme. As you can see, we have different themes. Okay, and there's this dark color here, or there's another theme. I usually tend to like this theme dark color because it's easier on the eyes and all of that stuff. But you can choose whatever you want. Okay, I will choose this dark color theme here, and then I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna just go ahead and say next to also. And in this case, I'm gonna just say defaults. That's fine. Okay, and we don't need this. Let's go and skip the remaining defaults there. And of course, we need to install we need to add our password to make sure we authenticate ourselves. Okay, so type in your password and I'm going to say authenticate. And what do you know? Now everything is working. And now we can go ahead and create a new project. So if we go ahead and say create new like that, it will give us this option here. Okay, let me go ahead and get rid of all the other stuff in the background because we don't need that. Close that terminal. Close this now. Now we can actually go and find our IntelliJ. We say IntelliJ. There we go. There's our application. Click on that, and we should run our application IntelliJ IDE. So it's rerunning again because I ended up closing the terminal, which was running IntelliJ at that moment. But that's fine. I'm going to start over. Okay. Looks like our settings have changed. It's fine. I'm going to go back here to settings. So click at the bottom, configure. Click on that. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to change it back to dark color. Okay. So we go to editor. Actually, we go to appearance, IntelliJ theme. I'm going to go to dark color like that. I'm going to say apply. There we go. Say okay. And you can change if you don't want it, right? You can go back here, go to settings, again to appearance, and you can change to whatever you want here. Okay, not a big deal. Perfect. So we can go ahead and create a new project. So create new. And here, what are we going to do? As you can see here, we have Java installed already. So IntelliJ allows us to create applications running Java, Kotlin, and many other languages, right? So I'm going to show you first for Java. Okay, so we click on Java here and we go say next. We want to create a project from a template, command line in this case. I'm going to say next. I'm going to give it a name. This is going to be hello world. We're just going to test things out here. Say next. And it will start creating our application or project. And once that's done, we should see here. Okay. Okay. So now here inside, to make sure that things are actually going to be working, we'll take a few seconds here to scan and make sure that all of the indexes and dependencies are ready for us. All right. So as you can see now, everything is ready. Okay. So we have our project here, hello world. It has a source. It has our main entry point here for Java, which means inside here, we can go ahead and write a piece of code here. Say system.out.println like that. And we're going to say hello world. We're going to go ahead and say run. If all goes well, we should see hello world being printed in the console. And there we go, hello world. Very nicely done. You can see Java is all installed as well as IntelliJ IDE for us to start working here. Perfect. So next, I'm going to go ahead and create with Kotlin here. Okay, I'm going to delete this. So exit. Start from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and run IntelliJ again. All right. So what are we going to do? Close this. I'm going to say file, new, project, like that. I'm going to head down here to Kotlin. That's what I want. Say next. This is going to be a Kotlin project. I'm going to say here hello Kotlin, or you can give any name you want and say finish. Just say this window. So that means it's just going to open this new project inside of this window. I'll take a second here. All right, so now we have our Kotlin project here. If you click, we have resource here. Now notice the resource is empty. So what are we going to do? We're going to say right click. We're going to say new. We want a Kotlin file. So click on that and we're going to name it hello world. Hit enter. And there we go. We have our Kotlin file. Okay, it says here new version is around. Click on that. We'll download a plugin. And it's always a good idea to download plugins when prompt. And it says here we have to restart. I'm going to go ahead and restart. Apologize for that, but that's fine. And it should load our last project, which is the Hello Kotlin. Okay. And you notice always we have this tip of the day. It's just a very handy tool or window here that shows us few things that you can do with this IDE. Okay, you can either say show tips on startup or not. I don't want it to show. I'm going to just go ahead and close this. All right, so we're back here. We have our Kotlin. I usually get rid of all of this. So this is just a comment that says here was created by me and this is the date. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete all of that. And I'm going to go ahead and create a main point entry here, or a main function. So I'm going to say fun. It's Kotlin for function. Things are still being indexed here, so maybe we should wait a few seconds. All right, so we're going to say fun. I'm going to call this main. We're going to say args, colon, array, and strings like that. And we finalize by putting braces there. Okay, and finalize that. And you can notice right away we have this cool logo here of Kotlin. That's the Kotlin language logo. And inside here we're going to say print ln. Like that. We can say hello Kotlin. Okay, notice we don't need to put semicolon. You can run this file here by right click, and it says here run hello world KT, which stands for Kotlin. And run, we should see hello Kotlin if all goes well. So things are being built now. Because it's the first time, it may take a little while. There we go. It says here, hello Kotlin. Very nicely done. Now we know for sure that we can write both Java and Kotlin without any problems here. Okay, perfect. I'll see you in the next video.